Hi everyone, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to work on the condition 5, and to give a quick introduction, we are actually developing PowerShell scripts for managing a subscription, and we took a sample scenarios and we can achieve it through different methodologies, but we are here trying to do with PowerShell. So in the playlist, you can actually understand what the introduction to the subscription management, but let's jump into what are we trying to do right now. So any virtual machines in a subscription, if they have been tagged as seniors, they should be switched off at 9:30 p.m. and they have to be switched on back to 8:30 p.m. 8:30 a.m. And here I'm not trying to work on the timing at this point of time, but we'll achieve the functionality of this because the time frame can be actually scheduled from the automation accounts, and I'll try to show it in the further videos how through scheduling a proper time we can actually run the script and everything. But as of now, I'm going to ensure that any virtual machines which are created by seniors will be switched off, and I'll have similarly a logic which will switch on. No, it's the same as the previous condition. If we go and look at, we'll have to get the list of resources which have been tagged as juniors. Now, similarly, we have to get the list of VMs which have been tagged as VMs which have been tagged as seniors. So here, to get the list of VMs, this is the command get azvm. So I'll store this in VM list variable. Get hyphen azvm will get me get all the VMs in a subscription, and for each VM in VM list, I'm going to delete I have to ensure I have to check the tag value first. So for that, I have to just look at what is the values which are coming here. Let me go and first look at whether I'm getting any tag value list. And sorry for that. So I'm able to get the list and everything. So if I look at name, I'm having the VM name and equally the tag value and everything. So here I'm going to write an if condition which specifically talks VM dot tags of user type, which is should be case insensitive. If it is equals senior, then I have to switch off it. Otherwise, else uh, we are not going to perform anything. Write output this VM, which is of VM name, is not having approved tag and would be deleted soon. Now here if you see, right, this VM is having tag which is VM dot, it's having senior tag, and would be switched off. So now the command to stop the VM is, if we go and look at get hyphen command, and I look at what are the commands which are there in related to stopping the VMs. So stop hyphen azvm will come stop the VM. So stop hyphen azvm, the VM name and which resource group, and I have to mention it as force, and I'll mention it as job. Now, if there is no tag, then it should throw an error. So let me keep a try catch statement, and I'll mention this in try catch statement, and I'll mention a catch statement here, and even this VM, I'll mention that this the same thing. So and so VM has not been approved, will be deleted. This should be working well. Even I can actually stop the AZVM to save the billing. So because well, if it is not an approved tag, it should be deleted. But till then, I wanted it to be stopped. So in that kind of case, I can actually go ahead and stop that VM. So how would I do that? I will just use this commandlet here for each one, and just mention the right output here, and not going to talk about VM as switching off. And let me not use a try catch statement, because whether if it is senior tag or not, let it stop so that I could save the billing, and I would like to run it as job, and I'll mention it in a variable, and here I'm going to mention count plus plus. Here I'm going to mention count equal to 0. So it will wait for 5 machines to be swapped. So for that I'm going to write count is percentage 5 equals 0, or count greater than or equal to VM list dot count. So either of it, then I want the jobs to be completed first. So it is what is it happening then? It is going to wait for the 5 jobs to be completed, and then it is going to trigger the other 5 jobs. So with this I ensure that I'm not sending all the requests in one go. With this condition, it's waiting for each job to be 5 jobs to be completed, and then it has to go. And this is good enough. This is how I'm going to stop the VM. So let me, as of now, if I see this VM is in currently in the running state, I am going to take this VM and going to stop it. If it's a VMC India is switching off, and it is going to stop. Now similarly, I'll write a command. I'll get another one to start the VM. So in here, starting, and here I'm going to mention there's a command called Start-AzVM. So I'm using this command here, Start-AzVM, and we no need to have a force command, because while stopping it is going to ask confirmation, do you want to switch off? Here while starting it don't ask for any confirmation, but you can run that as a job. Now if I see the last job is being completed with this stop-AzVM. So let me go and check whether it machine has been stopped or not, and if I see the stop, it has been stopped, delocated. Now let me try to run this where I wanted to start the machines. So a request has to be sent to the machine that to start, and if you're seeing right now the machine has been started. So that has been completed. Now I go back here and I refresh it. It's running. So this is how I can go and take a list of VMs which are running or which have to be stopped. But I wanted to save my billing, so definitely I want only to start senior VM. So I'm going to take an if condition here and I have to mention VM.tags of user type equals in case sensitive, right? And that is senior. Then if condition, I'm going to say I'm starting this, or else I'm going to say VM has not been, I'm going to say no action has been, no per operation is performed on VM. And if there is no user type tag, then it should throw an error, right? So let me keep it in try statement. And similarly, if it's also not having any tag, then I also don't want to take any operation there also. So let me copy that and paste it here. So only the VMs which are been tagged as senior will be started out. But here I just want to stop all the VMs which are even not been tagged senior or not. So there are the other scripts which will trigger and delete the VMs. So definitely only resources which are being tagged as seniors will only be taken. So this is how we are able to achieve the conditions of all this, and we have to definitely work on developing a script which can give an access to juniors and seniors on the respective timings. But in the further videos, what we'll try to do is whatever the scripts which you have developed so far, we will try to add that into an automation account and we'll try to check how that is working out. Thank you guys.